Alright, we all know that going on retention transforms you into someone who is just adamant to take on your demons. And we all know the physical and psychological benefits that comes through undergoing retention. And we all know that it fucking works, because there are research-backed proof of its effects, and even famous people doing it with eventual and evidential positive results. So in this video, we're not going to be discussing the benefits like so many other people have been endlessly recycling just to get some clout. In this video, we're going to be discussing, in my opinion, the best method to prevent you from continuously relapsing time after time again. And this method is actually fairly simple but very rarely mentioned or even discussed in the self-improvement world. Now, we all know it is important and necessary during retention to transmute your ever-growing ember of horniness towards constructive endeavors in order to take your mental captivation away from humping your own palm, like lifting weights, building a business, and trying out fresh endeavors. However, there is one simple but crucial element surrounding all of these that you may or may not realize, that even though you've done all of these constructive things during retention, you are still extremely susceptible or vulnerable to relapsing. And that thing is the time you spent lying down on your bed when taking a short break, chilling, and momentarily procrastinating. Now, let's not pretend to be entirely holy and righteous beings, shall we, gentlemen? Admit it, a lot of us do get a bit lazy and tired at certain times of the day, either before work, during work, or after work, and we just needed a bit of leeway to catch our breath before we do continue. But it's within these times that you are most likely to relapse and get tempted to start touching yourself. Like going home after a hard day at the office, sitting in traffic, and finally reaching home where the tediousness and the mundaneness gets the better of you and you need a little bit of relaxation to refresh and reset your mind. So you take off your dirty clothes, get naked, and lie down in your bed, cradling your pillows and got nice and comfy. And as you lie there in peaceful serenity, slowly your thoughts drift off into an idealistic and imaginative world because you want to enhance your pleasant and pleasurable experience. And being a man with a dick, that idealistic world is having sex with a beautiful and sexy woman. Maybe it's your neighbor. And before you knew it, you start to hump your own pillow, getting hard and in desperate need for some dick stroking. That is when you impulsively open your phone, browsing through Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Pornhub, and eventually relapse. Now, why does this happen? Why do we become tempted towards sexual endeavors when we're in a deep state of relaxation? Well, if you gentlemen want to know the whole scientific details, I've put all the links in the comments down below. But essentially, it's all to do with your parasympathetic nervous system. Now, in contrast to the sympathetic nervous system, which raises your awareness, sharpens your senses, and basically puts your body in either fight or flight mode during work, exercise, or any other constructive activities, the parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for relaxing and loosening up your senses, which will lighten and slacken the tension of your muscles and assisting you in going to sleep. Basically, it's the rest and digest mode of the body, eventually putting your body in a sort of semi-comatose state. Now, what you need to know and understand about the parasympathetic nervous system is that it has a direct excitatory pathway towards erection, because when or as you are incentivized into thinking about your sexual fantasies in your head, or even seeing your sexual fantasies through Pornhub, or even just stroking your own dick for that matter, it emits an excitatory signal from the brain which relaxes the smooth muscles of your dick and fills it with blood, which inevitably leads to an erection. That is why it is only when you are feeling relaxed, calm, and comfortable that you can get your dick up, not when you're stressed out, obsessively focused, and severely anxious. That is why all those massage parlors who provide extra services on their menu offers to initially give you a deep tissue massage to get you to relax, so that when the lady starts stroking your dick, it's much easier to get it rock hard. Now, at this point, some of you might be thinking, alright Mr. Forged, stop being a goddamn nerd, just tell us the method. Well, in short, the method is to avoid putting your body and mind in an elevated or heightened sense of relaxation for the majority of your daily schedule. Or in other words, stay away as far as possible from your goddamn bed throughout the day in order to prevent getting tempted to relax. Do so only when sleeping is your sole and or final objective for the day. That is why, like I and many others have said before, filling up your day-to-day schedule significantly with constructive endeavors is extremely important. If you're working from home, separate your workspace from your bedroom as far as possible. Never work next to your bed or even on your bed. And for those who work outside, if possible, stay outside until it's time for bed. If you don't want to, remain in the living room of your house until it's bedtime. Because let's be honest, where do people wank the most? The bedroom. 87% of women and 73% of men do wank off in the bedroom. And as for those of you who wank off in the shower, stop showering with warm water and start showering with cold water to prevent your body from initiating the state of relaxation. If you want to relax or unwind for a bit, instead of lying down on your bed, just sit and lean back a bit on your desk chair or stand up and walk around. Just don't lie down. You won't ever wank off when you're upright. Another thing to mention is that you must have a healthy obsession or fixation over something to captivate your mind enough from drifting off into sexual fantasies when you are eventually in bed. Whatever they are, fitness, history, cars, the lot. Because as tired as you can possibly be at the end of the day, when it comes to sex, especially during long periods of retention and during nighttime, you best bet you'll be tempted to want to ejaculate even when your body's aching. But ultimately though, it is your own tenacity of your will that will determine whether you'll eventually relapse or not. You must have a personally deep-rooted, strong, and clear enough reason of why you want to do it. Because retention, as we all know, is actually one of the hardest things to stay loyal to. Because as men, we always just want to fuck. Thank you for watching.